Narrated Abu Dhar, may Allah be pleased with him, Allah's Messenger, peace be upon him, said, "While I was at Mecca, the roof of my house was opened, and Gabriel, descended, opened my chest, and washed it with Zamzam water. Then he brought a golden tray full of wisdom and faith, and having poured its contents into my chest, he closed it. Then he took my hand and ascended with me to the nearest heaven. When I reached the nearest heaven, Gabriel said to the gatekeeper of the heaven, 'Open the gate.' The gatekeeper asked, 'Who is it?' Gabriel answered, 'Gabriel.' He asked, 'Is there anyone with you?' Gabriel replied, 'Yes, Muhammad, peace be upon him, is with me.' He asked, 'Has he been called?' Gabriel said, 'Yes.' So the gate was opened, and we went over the nearest heaven, and there we saw a man sitting with Aswida, a large number of people on his right, and Aswida, a large number of people on his left. When he looked towards his right, he laughed, and when he looked towards his left, he wept. Then he said, 'Welcome, O pious Prophet and pious son.' I asked Gabriel, 'Who is he?' He replied, 'He is Adam, peace be upon him, and the people on his right and left are the souls of his offspring. Those on his right are the people of paradise, and those on his left are the people of hell.' And when he looked towards his right, he laughed, and when he looked towards his left, he wept. Then he ascended with me till he reached the second heaven, and he, Gabriel, said to its gatekeeper, 'Open the gate.' The gatekeeper said to him the same as the gatekeeper of the first heaven had said, and he opened the gate. Anas said, Abu Dhar added, the Prophet, peace be upon him, met Adam, Idris, Musa, Moses, Isa, Jesus, and Ibrahim, Abraham, peace be upon them. He, Abu Dhar, did not mention on which heaven they were, but he mentioned that he, the Prophet, peace be upon him, met Adam on the nearest heaven, and Ibrahim on the sixth heaven. Anas said, when Gabriel along with the Prophet, peace be upon him, passed by Idris, the latter said, Welcome, O pious Prophet and pious brother. The Prophet, peace be upon him, asked, Who is he? Gabriel replied, He is Idris. The Prophet, peace be upon him, added, I passed by Musa, and he said, Welcome, O pious Prophet and pious brother. I asked Gabriel, Who is he? Gabriel replied, He is Musa. Then I passed by Isa, and he said, Welcome, O pious brother and pious Prophet. I asked, Who is he? Gabriel replied, He is Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him. Then I passed by Ibrahim, and he said, Welcome, O pious Prophet and pious son. I asked Gabriel, Who is he? Gabriel replied, He is Ibrahim, peace be upon him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, added, Then Gabriel ascended with me to a place where I heard the creaking of the pens. Ibn Hazm and Anas bin Malik said, The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Then Allah enjoined 50 salah on my followers. When I returned with the order of Allah, I passed by Musa, who asked me, What has Allah enjoined on your followers? I replied, He has enjoined 50 salah on them. Musa said, Go back to your Lord and appeal for reduction, for your followers will not be able to bear it. So I went back to Allah and requested for reduction, and He reduced it to half. When I passed by Musa again and informed him about it, he said, Go back to your Lord, as your followers will not be able to bear it. So I returned to Allah and requested for further reduction, and half of it was reduced. I again passed by Musa, and he said to me, Return to your Lord, for your followers will not be able to bear it. So I returned to Allah, and He said, These are 5 salah, and they are all equal to 50 in reward, for my word does not change. I returned to Musa, and he told me to go back once again. I replied, Now I feel shy of asking my Lord again. Then Gabriel took me till we reached Sidrat-il-Muntaha, low tree of the utmost boundary, which was shrouded in colors indescribable. Then I was admitted into paradise, where I found small walls made of pearls, and its earth was of musk, a kind of perfume.